And now we are crossing live to UK Parliament, where British Prime Minister Boris Johnson takes questions.
From cancer. The Prime Minister knows that, I know that, the whole world knows that. Why can't he get it and put the necessary resources into the NHS to cut the waiting times?
Right.
If he could just be patient for 30 seconds. He says, Mr. Speaker, he claims, Mr. Speaker, the NHS is safe in his hands. Why then has NHS privatisation doubled under this government, with nearly £10 billion being spent on private companies within our NHS?
Mr. Speaker, the NHS is receiving unrivalled and unprecedented sums of taxpayers' money. But if he is seriously saying that he would not like dentists and opticians and Macmillan care nurses to work with the NHS, then I think he frankly must be out of his mind, Mr. Speaker. Let me tell him that cancer survival rates have actually increased year on year since 2010. Cancer survival rates have increased, and more and more people are seen within the right waiting time, thanks to the investments that we are making. And I think he should pay tribute to the hard work of NHS staff, and he should recognise and stop talking down their incredible achievements. And he should recognise that we intend, if we come back as the next government, we will invest massively in that NHS and take it forward with the funds that we will make available from a strong and growing economy. And the reality is that he would wreck that economy.
Mr. Speaker, what we don't want is private companies like Virgin Healthcare suing our NHS for contracts they didn't get. Our NHS should be focused on making people better, not the wealthy few richer. The National Health Service A&E departments, Mr. Speaker, have just had their worst September on record. This morning, the Royal College of Emergency Medicine says this winter the NHS needs over 4,000 extra beds. Could the Prime Minister explain why, under his government, the number of people in England waiting for an operation has now reached a record high of 4.4 million?
Mr. Speaker, there's a reason why more people are receiving NHS care, and that is because the NHS is working harder and achieving more than ever before. And if he wants to look at what Labour, if the House wants to look at what Labour would be like in office, look at their performance in. Well, by the way, I should say the SNP government that negotiated a much higher price for, or can be, it occurs to me.